coaching is more about them. It has nothing to do with me, except my alignment with me.
Your coaching is everything about you. It's you fostering within yourself belief in your players.
Have to have belief in the players.
You have to not just belief. You have to have knowing. But beyond
all of them.
But beyond that, no,
seriously.
Only the ones that are essential to winning.
Seriously.
Let's wrap back around this. Hold that question and give it to us again in the perfect moment, because we're leading to something that you'll feel it. All of you are uplifters. That's what you want to be to your children. It's what you want to be to your husband. It's what you want to be to your wife. It's what you want to be to anyone that you care about. You want to hold them in a vibration that exudes from them pleasing results. That's what true upliftment is.
Yeah.
So, who you are, what you want to accomplish before you get there, is not just belief, but knowing, not that they can do it, but that you can extract it from them.
I can. I've done it.
Because it has to be about you. Because if you make it about them, who you can't control, you lose your way. Ooh.
But the fine line is you're making it about them, but only in the way of how you see them performing.
They're just the object of attention that is going to fulfill the manifestation of the vibration that you achieved.
You're good.
This is what all cooperative co-creation is about. It's about you, and that's why we say you have to get out ahead of it. Because if you show up,
I get what you just said?
Wait. Because if you show up, yes, you did. Because if you show up, they'll train you into what they think about where they are.
Yeah, don't
They'll train you into what they think about where they are, and they'll train you. That's what Esther,
I don't think I do that.
That's what we were talking. Yes, you do. That's what we were talking a little tiny bit.
Okay.
That's what we were talking about. Esther was saying that she's decided that she's going to go about this in a different way, because she realizes that she has to alter their perspective of her, and she can't do it through words. She can only do it through vibration.
So that's what last year was about for me. I gave up on the people I was looking at because I no longer wanted to fight the battle of, can I believe in them, can I not? Can I believe in them? I just said,
Because sometimes it feels like, hey, and we know that all of you feel this way, especially when we're talking to you about a relationship. Hey, what about the other guy? Shouldn't he be meeting me halfway? Shouldn't he be doing something? What about their part in this co-creation?
Why aren't they taking ownership of their own career?
We say nothing that anybody else is doing is any of your business, even if it's about your life.
Okay.
Nothing that anybody else is doing is any of your business, even if it's about the relationship that you have with them. Nothing that they are doing is any. You have to make the only thing that is your business your vision, the way you feel, which means you have to use the power of your mind to believe. So make it a blank character rather than it being someone who you've already gained an expectation of. That's the value of being in a dark room with your eyes closed, rather than looking right at somebody that's not paying any attention to you, or who's given up on themselves, or has given up on. Sometimes when a person comes to you and they know you're a really good coach and you have a reputation that this guy can get stuff from me that nobody else got, that's what you want them talking about. You want them to say to each other, this guy's getting stuff out of me that I didn't even know was there. Don't you love it when you're with a group of friends and you are funnier than you've ever been because they get it from you? They expect it from you. They love it from you. They don't just grandstand and be funny. They elicit it from you. Isn't that just the best?
Sure.
So that's what you want them to say. So that's the vision that we would start with.
Okay.
I'm hearing them talking to each other, and they're telling each other that they don't know why, but they
love me.
They are, whether they love me or not, there's something about me that makes them better at this than they've ever been. And they don't know why, but I do.
But there is something about me that makes them better at what they do.
What is it?
Me.
Yeah, but what is it? But
it's my alignment, it's my experience, it's my love, it's my passion.
And what is it, the new thing that we've just put the finger on right now?
It's my vision.
My vision of what?
Them and the performance they're able to make.
My vision of my ability to move their energy because of my immovable impression of them. It's my mind. It's my mind that's the power in this. It's my ability to see them not as they are, but as I choose to see them. And then when I meet up with them, they rise to the level of what I've seen, not to the level of what they've performed before, and not to the level of what any of us have ever thought about them before. They're rising to the level of what I now see because I practiced it in the off season.
But that's the moving of the energy. It's not me like forcing my will moving the energy. It's me seeing them as they can be.
It hasn't got anything to do with them. It hasn't got anything to do with their behavior. It hasn't got anything to do with their action. It doesn't even have anything to do with their energy. It's all because
well, you just said I'm moving their energy. So.
Because through influence, one who's connected to the infinite stream of energy is more powerful than millions who are not.
So say it again. How am I moving their energy without getting lost in them?
By putting myself in a situation where I'm not distracted from what I know about myself. When they don't perform well, I doubt myself. I doubt my ability. I doubt my ability to convey.
Sure.
I doubt my ability to know.
Absolutely.
But when I get into the privacy of my own mind and I remind myself things like I get things from pictures that nobody else gets.
Yeah.
Not because of my methods, which are good,
Absolutely.
and not because of my skill, which is great, and not because of my longevity, which is long, but because I have tapped in to the energy that creates worlds, and I am exercising for myself the power of my own mind. I know I'm good at eliciting this from them. I know I am. Now, tell us an example of that. We know you've got lots of them.
Jacob Buden, 6'7", no belief in himself whatsoever, throwing 87, 88 miles an hour. By the end of the season, 91 to 93, total confidence, intensity, passion for who he is when he's on the mound.
So what made you believe more in him than some of the other guys?
I liked him.
And what do you think caused that connection between the two of you?
Because we were the same. He had no confidence when he came in. That's how I was when I played. That's how I am sometimes, in my daily interactions with stuff.
But did you elicit from him? Was your compassion for him about the fact that he had no confidence?
No, it was about I knew what he was capable of.
I knew what he was capable of.
Absolutely.
So what makes him different than any others?
The way I see him.
Only point of focus.
Yeah.
You just chose it that way. And
I
that's why, as you make your team a sort of blank slate where you feel that way about them, and you understand that law of attraction is bringing lots of them to you and lining them up for you, and that it is irrelevant who they are, it's irrelevant what they do. They're already at the top of the heap of pure. They wouldn't be coming. The potential for excellence is really wonderful. And what you're doing, you're giving it that X factor that nobody really understands what it is. You're giving it that factor that makes the difference because they're all really good. They're all better than almost anybody ever sees anywhere, anytime. But in order to play in this league, in this way, at this time, they've got to rise above that. And
Absolutely.
So what is the factor that makes the difference? Someone believes in something. And this is the question. Is it believing in them? Say no.
No!
What is it believing in?
My capabilities of my vision of them.
And it's believing in the law. It's believing in energy. It's believing in law of attraction. It's believing in influence. It's believing in momentum. It's believing in what I can do with my focus. It's believing in my ability to focus. It's believing in my guidance system. It's believing in those things.
Okay, so now
the
it comes
general
back around.
things.
My question,
Yeah.
Which ones do I choose? How do I choose? Because remember, you said don't work with them all, do work with them all, see that with them all, ignore some of them. Because way back when we first started, when I was 25, 10 years ago, you said you can't fix them all.
Use whichever one of them is the easiest for you to believe. But you see, we're off the beam already.
Okay.
Because you keep wanting to make it about them instead of about you.
I thought it was good timing for that question you told me to come back around to.
Yeah, well.
Not good timing for the question to come
Probably
back around to.
not ever going to be a good time for that question.
Oh, really?
Because
I didn't know you meant it like that. I would have thrown it out.
Hear us.
Sorry, I'm good.
Is it about them or is it about you?
Always
So if
about
it's about you, who cares which one of them it is?
Why ask that question? Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, it's so easy.
Sure.
It's so easy to find someone lovable or someone capable and focus upon them and make them your golden boy and count on your well-being because of their behavior. But you're vulnerable if that's what you're doing, Because they might go to another team, or they might not play next year, or they might have an injury, or they might, and on and on and on it goes. In other words, you don't want to, it's not about them, it's about you. So, this brings us back around to the most important part. Why? What's this all about anyway? What's this all about? What's the best part of this? Is the best part of this when they throw that ball that is so fast no one sees it or hits it? Or is it the feeling of the energy moving through you?
It's the alignment, the energy, the
so
focus.
they're just your reason to fly high.
Yeah.
They're just your reason to fly high. And there'll be all kinds of evidence of the fact that you've been flying high.
Yeah.
But you don't fly high. It's the flight that it's all about.
Yeah.
This conversation is a high-flying conversation.
Absolutely.
We took this subject of deliberate creation to a place that it has not been before.
Nice.
With someone who understood it every step along the way.
Nice.
And so we ended up with a much better pitching speed.
Nice.
Than we've ever had before.
Yeah.
Than we've ever had before.
Yeah.
And that's great. We like the result of that. But what we really liked was the fun of what happened here,
gotcha.
you see. And that's what you got to be in it for.
Okay.
So you love those guys because they're a point of focus, and you love those guys, and you appreciate all of the people that are all part of the enterprise that give you a focal point. Isn't it wonderful? But you're going beyond, because you see, if you don't go beyond what is, nothing's fun. Nothing's fun. That's why there's always a new season, and always a new lineup, and always a new synergy between teams, and always new. That's why you attract the crowds. If it was the same old, the crowds would have stopped a long time ago. So you're bringing the game to a whole new level for yourself. You're making it alive for you, you see. And that's what we mean. You got to get out there ahead of the game. I mean, way before the game, there's all that practice. And way before the practice, there's all this practice.
Yeah. Okay, so I got in the chair, and I really, to be honest with you, I wanted baseball to be like the last thing we talked about. This is kind of funny, but...
No, you didn't. Because there isn't anything... Let's just settle this. There isn't anything that pulls energy through you like that subject. There isn't anything that makes you more alive than that subject. There also isn't anything that beats you up more than that subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's nothing that makes you more alive than that subject. That doesn't mean there aren't other subjects, but...
What did you think of my presentation in December? Were you there?
We're always there.
Okay. So what did you think?
It's been too long ago.
I mean, you don't remember, you don't care anymore. It's like
we're saying,
been and gone.
We're saying...
I'm not there anymore.
No, we're saying this is so much more.
Huh.
We're saying this is the leading edge where we always are. That was then, this was now. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. That's why when you're not at the practice and you're someplace else, you've got to make where you are meaningful.
Okay, so I guess this is why I'm asking that.